Hi, this is Chris Bertelsen with a quick clip from Nevada Learning Series. We're going to look at the fabulous Report Writer in Microsoft Access 2010. Oftentimes, the end result of all your hard work in Access is a nice printed report. Though, using the Report Writer in the older versions of Access was a painful experience. It was so bad that most people used a third party to create their reports in Access. Well, in 2007, they recreated the Report Writer, and it's been enhanced in Access 2010. So let's take a look. I want to build a report based on the Acme Orders table. So I say Create, Report, and when I do, it instantly takes me to a new view of my report. It's already laid out. I could almost send it to the printer and be done right there. This is a special view called Layout View that allows me to manipulate the layout of my report. Now, we still have the old Design View, the old banded Report Writer, but I prefer to do most of my work in the Layout View because here you can directly manipulate the layout of the report. If I want to change the spacing, I just drag one of these fields down, and now I've increased the spacing throughout the report, or put it back. If that column is too wide, I just click and drag on the right-hand side, and now I've got a narrower column. I want to narrow down the employee column. I can do that. That was so much work before in the old Report Writer, and now it's just a snap. I want to take the date column. I can select the whole thing by right-clicking, and there's a lot of commands you get when you do a right-click. I want to select the entire column, drag and drop that over here to the right, position it right there. If I want to do some fine-tuning on this, I can select all with a Control A. Now I've selected everything, and I want to turn those borders off that are around each one of those fields. So I can come up here to the Format tab in my Report Tools and say, let's go to a transparent border. So that looks a little bit cleaner. I can also change the colors that I have in my report. If I go to the Design tab, we have different color palettes to choose from, and you could go change those. I have different fonts that I could select, and you could change those as well. And of course, if you combine color palettes and font sets, you have what's called an Office theme. And these are the same Office themes we have in Word, Excel, PowerPoint, and now we have them in Access. So you can have a unified look and feel to all of your work. Final thing I want to do is put a little graphic up here at the top so we can go ahead and insert an image. And let's make that container a little bit larger. So there we've got our report. Now, to get a little more information out of our report, I would like to do some grouping of the information that I have of all these records. So I can go up here to the Group and Sort button and the ribbon, turn on that window, and I can add a group. And the first thing I want to do is group by customer. So we select the customer field, and I want to do more than just group by customer. I want to do a subtotal by customer. So we'll say take customer, subtotal on the amount field with a subtotal in the header. And you'll notice it instantly appears up there at the top, $33,000. I want to add another group. Let's group by employee after we group by customer. And again, we will come in and we'll say, let's put a subtotal in there based on amount and display that in the header. And now I instantly see the subtotal for each employee grouped by customer. If I want to make those fields stand out a little bit, I can select them with a Control click. I've selected those two fields. There's a Format tab in my Report Layout Tools where I can make those bold, or let's make that font a little bit larger, say 12 point. Now once I've done that, I can copy that formatting with the Format Painter and apply it to other fields. Let's put it on these other subtotals that we've created. And let's change the font color. So I'll Control click on that, and for customer, let's make that green. And for employee, let's make that a burgundy color. Now at the very bottom of my report, I have a total field right here, and we can make that a little bit taller, and let's make that 14 point bold, and I want to make that a nice blue color, and we'll adjust that column width a little bit more in case our numbers get bigger in the end. So now we've got that. It looks pretty good. Sometimes you don't need all the detail that you have listed in there. So if you want to hide the details, there's a button for that. You go to the Design tab, you go over to Grouping and Totals and say Hide Details. And now we've turned the details off. So we've got our report. It looks pretty good. But somebody says, well, wouldn't it be nice if you could also run that report and group by employee and then by customer instead of the other way around? Well, do I have to reinvent the wheel and build this report again? Nope, I just go down to my Group, Sort, and Total field down at the bottom, drag and drop employee up on top of the customer field, and now I've made that change. Let's turn off that window at the bottom, and to really polish it up, we'll take the customer column, right-click to select the whole thing, put it over here on the right-hand side. So there's our report. Now, I think that report looks pretty nice. I know that it would have been a tremendous amount of work to do that in the past, if it was even possible with the old report writer. The final step I want to take is to share this out, and rather than just print it, I can share it out in a special format that others can use. We go to Save and Publish, Save Object as a PDF. So we'll save that out in a fixed file format. We say Save, Publish it, and there we have it in our PDF viewer. So I think you can see where the old report writer and the old Access used to just kill you to use it. This new report writer, it's a breeze. This new report writer is to die for in Access 2010. This has been a quick clip from Nevada Learning Series, helping you get the most out of Microsoft Office.